Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween, wrestling, bro, wrestling. Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween, wrestling, bro, wrestling.
It's almost time, kids! The clock is ticking! And don't forget about the big giveaway at the end of the show! And don't forget to wear your masks! Almost time!
Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween, wrestling, bro, wrestling.
Gentlemen, boys and girls, and wrestle turkeys of all ages, welcome to Wrestling Pro Wrestling! I'm your host tonight, Mean Janine, and I'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight as Wrestling Pro Wrestling proudly presents Creepy Crawlers and Beefy Brawlers 3, the sequel, Seasoning of Beef. We've got a great show for you guys tonight, so I encourage you all to grab a drink, grab a snack, and sit back and see what we all have planned for you tonight. Oh.
What's happening?
That's not planned. Eric, what's going on?
I don't know. They shut out the lights. What's happening?
Has anybody got the lights? Lights.
I didn't know.
I don't. This isn't on our format sheet, Beach Man.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I don't know
Getting
what's
ready
happening,
to announce,
Justin. I
but
really don't know.
There's so much screaming going on. I don't. Oh my God! There's been a murder at the merch stand.
Hot Diggity Dog's dead.
Sephora, the hot diggity dog, has been murdered.
I don't think we should jump to conclusions there, Eric. Can we get somebody over there to take her away? I don't know. We usually
Just
call
take her away?
I don't know. I'm used to calling for officials to EMTs.
Well, we got our referee staff out here, and it appears that someone killed our hot dog merch.
Do we have a
person.
murderer loose?
It seems like there's been a murder.
I don't. Eric.
And the murderer is someone in this building.
I don't think we should jump to conclusions, Eric. It could be a situation, of natural
Well,
causes.
there's a lot of
I don't know.
nitrates in a hot dog, I'm
I
sure,
know.
I mean, we have our nice crack staff of WPW officials that taking the corpse away from a murder scene. I don't think that's legal. But
Referee Isaac Hayes, is the hot dog okay?
you can clearly see that it is not, Dr. Pat. It's
That was unfortunate.
that really was. What a somber way to kick off our Halloween spectacular.
I have two questions. One,
What?
who's going to sell the merch, because we split all the proceeds of the merch equally because, we need to get paid. And secondly,
Right.
who killed Hot Diggity Dog?
I don't feel safe.
Oh, I've never felt safe here.
I don't feel safe at all.
Well, as they all say, the show must go on, right?
Right, yes.
Yes.
And,
Despite there being a murder, we must continue the show.
absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for coming out to Creepy Crawlers, Beefy Brawlers 3 here at the Moose Lodge here in the entertainment capital of Southern California,
Wait.
Burbank.
I'm Eric Barnes. This is Dr. Pat Michael, and the Thathy Assassins music is playing.
Sassy Assassin, one half of the Wrestling Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
What is he?
And
What is he up to? Wait a minute.
Sneaky Pete is.
No.
Oh my God.
Oh my God! Pop-Tart boy!
We've had 2 felonies in the first 5 minutes.
Murder and kidnapping.
Sassy Assassin and Sneaky Pete, the Sneaky Snakes, the tag team champions here, Wrestling Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, they won the title a few weeks back over at this Thursday in Texas.
And they have Pop-Tart in against his will.
I need a hero.
We do need a hero, but I don't see anyone at the moment.
There are no heroes here. Don't be sad because we now shoulder these beautiful straps. After we stole them from Pop-Tart Boy and Cereal Man, we decided to secure ourselves a little prisoner. You see, too much sodium in your diet, is there? Well, you see, my mysterious benefactor is one step closer to his grand scheme.
Mysterious
And
benefactor.
now that we have a little bit of incentive, I would like to invite the Cereal Man out here to see what our benefactor has up his sleeves.
I need a hero.
Cereal Man being summoned by the Sassy Assassin.
And Cereal Man is here and themed for Halloween, but he didn't expect to come out under these terms.
The champion of breakfast is out here. What do you think there's a mysterious benefactor for the Sassy Assassin and Sneaky Pete? What's that about, Dr. Matt?
I have no idea. I'm just aghast at the way in which the show has developed so early on.
I see you want your partner back, don't you, Cereal Man? Stay still!
Cereal Man speechless.
Well, seeing as we finched him a few months back, I'm feeling a little generous. I have a proposition for you. You can have your beloved tag partner back if you face me next month at Turkey Mania, one-on-one. Loser gets frying pan.
Oh, jeez.
Stop it!
The frying pan match, one of the deadliest matches in WPW.
Not only is a win-loss, but your identity is on the line.
One whack of
You'll
that.
get your precious Pop-Tart Boy back, Cereal Man.
One whack of the frying pan
Only
and
if
Cereal
you
Man could
take
be.
my hand.
One whack of the frying pan and Cereal Man could be gone for good. He's weighing his options. I don't blame him, Pat.
You think you're sodium enough, Cereal Man?
Wait a minute. What's Sneaky Pete doing back there?
Next month,
Pouring milk.
the loser will forever sleep in the shadows.
Challenge been placed by Sassy Assassin. Will Cereal Man take it?
Cereal-
Challenge accepted.
Challenge. It's official. Next month, frying pan match. Cereal Man and the Sassy Assassin.
The
But
highest stakes match in Wrestling Pro Wrestling. And hold on a
Wait a
second.
minute.
There's
Wait,
Sneaky
there's
Pete.
Sneaky
Wait,
Pete.
oh my God!
No!
Oh my God!
No!
Cereal Man has been.
Rocky Cereal Man!
Cereal Man has been.
His greatest
Engulfed in
weakness. 2% milk. His greatest weakness. Oh my God.
Not 2% milk, 1% milk. It appears.
1%.
He's.
Thank God it's not skim. The dastardly Sneaky Pete and Sassy Assassin, the WPW Tag Team Champions, coaxed Cereal Man into a frying pan match for next month. Meanwhile,
And Cereal Man.
Cereal
is-
Man trying to stay crunchy,
Even in milk.
even in milk.
But I think in this case, it's not, I don't think that he's lost any of his integrity.
But he's
I think that
trying
he's
to-
just been hurt.
He's
by-
still reaching over for Pop-Tart.
my-
Oh my God, he hit him with the championship. Box first into that milk.
Sassy Assassin. The worst thing to come out of Saskatchewan since the Rough Riders. And they've absconded with Pop-Tart Boy, and Cereal Man is,
Pat, I'm concerned about Cereal Man's well-being.
he wants to make chase, but he's losing his form because of all that milk. And
All that milk. flopping all over the wrestle turkeys in the crowd. What a match for next. Young boy Justin trying to help Serial Man get to the back where he can hopefully sponge off. And well, Dr. Pat.
I can see the riboflavin just being tapped from his body.
I see a little bit of brownness. Some of that chocolate came off and onto that milk. That's not a good sign.
I'm absolutely shocked. I mean, the thing is that a frying pan match is the ultimate challenge here at Wrestling Pro Wrestling, because the loser of the frying pan match gets hit with the frying pan from Jeff the Frying Pan Man, and whoever loses their identity.
That's right. They become totally unconscious of what they were. Totally amnesiac.
They lose their sense of self, and really, living in Los Angeles, what are you without your sense of self?
You're an actor.
That's true. That's true.
But these aren't actors here. These are fighters. They have a sense of pride. They have a sense of identity. So getting clocked in the head by that magical frying pan I can't bear to think that Serial Man, the face of Wrestling Pro Wrestling, the champion of breakfast here, just being lost into the milky ether after getting hit with a frying pan next month at Turkey Mania 3.
I mean, I've announced a lot of these Wrestling Pro Wrestling shows. I've announced some of the early ones, and I can't imagine Wrestling Pro Wrestling without Serial Man, without the presence of Serial Man. And really, him and Pop-Tart Boy are the best breakfast combination since bacon and eggs. And to see them not together, to see...
Bacon and Eggs won the NWA tag titles, back in the territories, right?
Oh, indeed. They beat the Von Brauners.
Yeah.
And
a couple of ham and eggers.
The thing was that I just can't imagine Serial Man not being here. And the Sassy Assassin has thrown down the ultimate gauntlet, the frying pan match. And we have a murder, we have a kidnapping, we have an assault with milk.
Well,
we have a frying pan match. What comes next?
I'm not sure what's next. That frying pan match that's for Turkey Mania. We have to worry about that then. But we got a show to run here. Let's go on to the next. Let's go on next. Me, Janine, what else do we got going?
I'll tell you what's up next is a Sticky Minute with Jeff Peanut Butter.
Jeff Peanut Butter. Jeff Peanut Butter here, crack interviewer here at Wrestling Pro Wrestling.
Jeff Peanut Butter, member of the Wrestling Pro Wrestling Action News Team. Lead anchor. Mr. Peanut Butter, your microphone. This one has a cord, yours does not. Thank you, sir.
Man, I want to have hair like that. That looks so professional.
It's so good, right?
Oh my God, it doesn't even move.
It's very good.
Let me know when we're live.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. You're on, Jeff.
Good evening. I am Jeff Peanut Butter here with a Wrestling Pro Wrestling exclusive interview. Please, at this time, welcome your brand new Wrestling Pro Wrestling Wrestle Turkey Champion, Sexy Chino.
Sexy Chino, our Wrestle Turkey champion. Wrestle Turkeys chanting for Sexy Chino, our champion, to dance around.
And that 23 pounds of gold looked great around the gyrating hips of Sexy Chino. I mean, Sexy Chino, he's a staple here in Wrestling Pro Wrestling, and he's gone through an incredible journey. His battles with his estranged brother, King Desi, his turn to the dark side.
He found himself again, and then he pinned Ricotta Flair, dancing away with young boy Justin.
And it's just great to see him winning the title. I like to see him as the face of Wrestling Pro Wrestling. I mean, in my mind, he's the face of Wrestling Pro Wrestling. He's the hips of Wrestling Pro Wrestling. I think he's the greatest dancer in wrestling since, I don't know who.
He's the people's champion here in WPW, Sexy Chino, as he dances his way to the ring to be interviewed by that elegant Jeff Peanut Butter. Dance, Chino, dance. Dance, Chino, dance. Dance, Chino, dance. Dance, Chino, dance.
Sexy Chino bringing out some new moves that I haven't seen before. I mean, and he's resplendent in hot pink velour, so that really accentuates a lot of his dance moves. I mean, we're seeing some gyrations, we're seeing some hip wiggles. I'm kind of getting the vapors here, I don't know.
Oh, I'm loving that title belt shuffle he's been doing. And that powerful pelvic thrust.
Sexy Chino just wants to have a good time here in Wrestling Pro Wrestling. I'm happy that Rivers is off at sensitivity training, because otherwise he'd rain on our parade. I'm happy to be here with you, Eric.
I'm happy to be with you, Dr. Pat.
Enjoy this moment of our new Wrestle Turkey champion, Sexy Chino, making his first appearance as the Wrestling Pro Wrestling Wrestle Turkey champion.
Well, here in Burbank, yeah. He had a crazy bout against the Fromage Horseman last 2 weeks ago at this Thursday in Texas. But his new ally, Watts, has been helping out Sexy Chino ever since he became champ.
Oh, and he's having trouble lifting those 23 pounds of gold right there. The richest prize in our sport, the Wrestling Pro Wrestling Wrestle Turkey Championship.
There he goes.
Now, the thing about his alliance with Watts, I'm very curious about that, because Watts has been a
Sexy
former
Chino, thank you for joining me.
champion, and I don't know if he's...
I must ask, you are the brand new Wrestling Pro Wrestling Turkey champion. How do you feel?
There's no words to describe this, because hard work pays off. And if you can't dance, well, what does that tell you?
Sexy Chino, the fans here at Wrestling Pro Wrestling have been behind you since day one. They've been with you through thick and thin. Now that you are on top of the Wrestling Pro Wrestling mountain, do you have any message for your fans?
Yes. Thank you very much, everybody, for the support. I may be the biggest underdog. I mean, the smallest, actually. But the whole point is this, is the fact that if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Inspiring message from our champion.
Well now, Sexy Chino, I must ask you, being you have been the underdog and now you are the target, there are a number of worthy competitors out there deserving of a title shot. Who do you, Sexy Chino, feel should be the first in line for a shot at your championship?
Wait a minute.
Wait a
minute.
Oh my God.
We're being haunted here.
Is that ghosts?
All right. Yeah, hold on. There's no such thing as goats, Sarah.
There are
I need
such
an
thing
answer,
as ghosts.
Mr.
They're
Chino.
right there.
I need an answer.
They're just.
That's a tough decision. Let me think about it for a second.
Apparently,
I see them. One of them appears to be wearing tighty whities.
our champion.
There are a
horrifying.
number of worthy adversaries. Is there one that you deem worthy?
Chino?
Chino doesn't seem to be noticing the go.
I'm only thinking, maybe so many
Chino?
people.
Chino. Oh
no!
my God!
He's been jumped!
I didn't know ghosts could actually hit you. This is weird. Ghosts that can punch. That is. Wait a minute.
Blistering spinebuster
I've
by
seen that. That's Mark Anderson.
Gorgonzola,
Tully Blanchett, Gorgonzola, and the Fromage Horseman.
How dare you interrupt my interview?
Get out of there, Jeffrey. Get out of there.
Jeffrey, get out of there. It's not worth it. Oh my God!
Sexy Chino
Fromage
knocked out
Horseman!
with his own championship.
Fromage Horseman, I
Fromage
demand to
Horseman.
know, what is the meaning of all this? What is the meaning? Why are you here?
Jeffrey Peanut Butter, using his wartime journalism background,
Parman
Let's talk to- wait a
is
minute.
choking.
our
Sexy
champion
Chino.
being choked by the
Why?
ghost
Why?
costume.
Hey! I am a professional.
Vicious attack by the Fromage Horseman.
Is there anyone that can
Wait
save
a
this?
minute. Hold on.
It's the
Devastator
Devastator.
2 and Devastator Terex.
Total
What's
devastation
happening?
is out.
Devastator
Oh.
Terex knocking
Vicious.
down Tully Blanchett. Devastator Terex. Meanwhile, Devastator 2. Big body slam by Devastator Terex. The Anderson cheeses talking it over and stomping Devastator 2. Wait a minute.
Oh, and a big lariat
Massive
by
clothesline
Terex.
by Devastator Terex. Gorgonzola Anderson begging off. Gorgonzola Anderson, a traditionally harder cheese. Oh, in front of him.
And one half of the Minnesota Melting Crew.
Wait a minute.
Oh, and a big slam.
Brilliant spine buster by Devastator Terex. Meanwhile, Devastator 2 looking on. The Fromage Horsemen scattering away. Team Total Devastation has saved our champion.
And the Fromage Horseman
Total
retreat.
devastation. You have successfully saved our Pro Wrestling champion.
We did save Chino tonight. And for that, Chino, for tonight, I want you to become part of Total Devastation. You can be Devastator Sexy.
Devastator Sexy?
Quite original.
What do you say, Sexy Chino? For one night only, you could be Devastator Sexy.
I think the name's kind of needs work, but
On one condition. The only condition I can think of, you guys gotta dance.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
You heard the champion.
Sexy Chino.
Devastator Terex is
Devastator Sexy.
Even during a beatdown.
That his new teammates
all works
dance
well
along with him.
in a dance party.
Devastator Terex looking very unsure about dancing. I never pegged him to be a wallflower, but he is not into dancing.
Well, Devastator 2 looking like he's dancing along. Swing your partner, do-si-do.
And the Wrestle Turkey
Dance,
is getting
Terex,
behind.
dance. Dance, Terex, 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 dance. Dance, Terex. Oh!
Well,
Devastator Terex with a devastating worm attempt. Wait a minute.
he's going for a spin.
Doing a spin-a-rooney here.
There you have it, everyone. A dance party held by all. For Pro Wrestling, I am Jeff Peanut Butter. Gene, back to you.
Total Devastation is allied with Sexy Chino. And we have
Total
quite the interesting unit here.
Incredible professional interview by Jeff Peanut Butter.
But one thing that I did notice was that I was conspicuous by his absence was Ricotta Flair himself, the head of the Fromage Horseman, and I wonder if he's behind that attack.
Oh,
That
there's no
calculated
doubt in my
attack.
mind he was behind that attack, Dr. Pat. But thanks to his new teammates, Sexy Chino, saved by Devastator 2 and Devastator Terex,
Devastator 2.
this great one-night alliance.
Devastator 2, about as good as a dancer as I'd imagine he'd be.
Devastator Terex just as bad at dancing as he is good at fighting.
Indeed, he's a vicious competitor, but he tried.
Doesn't
He
really
tried.
do the worm, he does the graboid, really.
But that's I'm very shocked by the attack by the not surprised but shocked by the attack by the Fromage Horseman.
I'm just glad that they weren't really ghosts.
No. There's no such thing as ghosts, Eric.
Well, I know that now, but they were right in front of me. I just hope that this doesn't happen again next year. Ugh.
It'll never happen
The
again.
Creepy
It
Crawlers, Beefy
doesn't-
Brawlers 4.
It's not going to happen.
The Reckoning.
No, it's not going to happen. But I'm interested to see how this is going to turn out. Will we have... And my question was, where was Eric Watts in this whole situation? You said, mentioned
Watts,
before, that Watts has an alliance with our new champion, Sexy Chino. And I am wondering, he didn't come out to his
That's
defense.
a mystery to be solved on top of the murder that happened earlier.
I'm trying to purge that out of my
Let's,
mind. It was traumatic.
But referee Ron Way is in the ring. Let's move on to our next match.
Indeed, we'll kick it to me, Janine Okerlund.
Thank you very much. Are you guys ready for a wrestling match?
Yes.
The next contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Now first, making his way to the ring, whether he's lurking down a dark alleyway, or stabbing someone behind a dumpster. You do not want to run into him with no money on a dark night. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hobo!
Hobo showing his dark side tonight. They're All Hallows Eve.
And Hobo just
Hobo dressed up for the holiday.
and he seemed a little bit disinterested.
He appears to be a drunken strip of bacon. Oh, bacon and donut together at last. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh my. Oh, wait a minute. Oh.
He popped the donut. Looks like the
Hobo's getting hitched.
It's not just the boxcar that's getting hitched, it's the Hobo too.
I was wondering why he
Congratulations.
was in that state. He was working up the courage to pop the question.
Oh, they popped the question, popped the donut. Congratulations to the Hobo and that donut fan. Congrats, Hobo.
Congratulations, Hobo.
There's no better combination than a slice of bacon and a donut. As far as I'm concerned, there isn't. Oh.
And his opponent making his way to the ring with his big black eyes and permanent smile. Who really knows who is hiding behind that clownish grin? It's Gentleman Jervis!
Gentleman Jervis, the nicest guy in wrestling, pro wrestling, without a doubt.
The world's sweetest man, Gentleman Jervis, accompanied to the ring by his evil twin brother, Purvis Rottenbelly.
Purvis Rottenbelly, very fractured relationship with Gentleman Jervis, but they reconciled after Purvis Rottenbelly went wayward and went under the services of D Evil.
Yeah, both men don't approve of each other's lifestyles, but God damn it, they're family.
Yeah, indeed. Blood is thicker than water, and Gentleman Jervis, they're making friends. I mean, he's very much ingratiating himself here with the fans, the Wrestle Turkeys here at Wrestling Pro Wrestling, and Purvis Rottenbelly seems to be committed to undoing that goodwill that he forms with the Wrestle Turkeys.
The two of them even each other out, it appears, Dr. Pat.
They're indeed a yin and yang. They're how they are of the same bloodline.
Well,
is
they're
an
like
enigma.
strawberry jam and motor oil, you know? Much like bacon and donuts, Hobo.
And Gentleman Jervis makes his entrance.
Gentleman Jervis, a great competitor here at WPW.
He's
Hugging referee Ron Way. He's gonna hug his own brother. Oh.
My question is
Filled with the Halloween spirit.
Gentleman Jervis is such a nice guy. Will he be in the mood to wrestle after the great news of the Hobo getting engaged? Big handshake and Purvis.
What's a better engagement present than good competition? Answer me that, Dr. Pat.
And,
or don't.
Referee Ron Way. And we're off. Hobo and Gentleman Jervis squaring off.
They're
having a battle of politeness.
There's a lot of respect in the ring.
Well, the deeper the bow, the deeper the respect, and there are some deep bows happening between the competitors here and the referee as well.
Mickey Rooney will be proud of this.
No mercy! Sweep the leg!
And Purvis Rottenbelly shouting instructions. I don't know if he's on a mission to make his brother, Gentleman Jervis, more vicious, but I think that's really an uphill battle for Purvis Rottenbelly.
Well, in fairness, leg sweeps are allowed in wrestling, pro wrestling, just not in Reseda karate competition.
Oh.
The Hobo doesn't appear to be ticklish.
Oh. And a deep headlock by Hobo. Hobo really has it cinched in. Hobo is a very friendly man, but when he's between the ropes, he's a very deadly competitor. I've seen him in a number of battles here at Wrestling Pro Wrestling, and he could take a lot of punishment, but he could dole out a lot of punishment.
Gentleman Jervis slipping out, grabbing wrist control.
Oh.
Hobo still not ticklish, not in the belly.
That's not the spot.
There's a secret spot, apparently.
Purvis Rottenbelly not happy with his brother's offense, and
he's never happy with his brother. And he's always offended. Wait a minute. Hey, Purvis Rottenbelly with his own ankle pick. Referee Ron Way doesn't care for that.
That's a deep headlock by Hobo. He is, but
another
very impressive reversal.
Waist lock.
And Gentleman Jervis searching for the spot, still can't find it.
He's determined to find Hobo's ticklish spot. I presume that his donut fiancée knows where his ticklish spot might be, but that's between them.
And abdominal stretch. All right, it's Purvis Rottenbelly trying to force a bit of unfair advantage.
Oh,
and Ron
and
White
he kicks
him
it
away.
off.
Referee admonishing Gentleman Jervis, and back to the side headlock by Hobo.
Gentleman Jervis trying to explain that bout of cheating was not his idea to the referee.
It's going to be very difficult for Gentleman Jervis to get out of that headlock, even with tickling. Oh, he found the spot.
He found the spot.
And it's a beard.
Tickles on the hairs on his chinny chin chin, and then a headlock for good measure by Gentleman Jervis, and a noogie. He did it all for the noogie. And there he goes. Shoulder tackle by the Hobo.
Big senton by Hobo.
Thanks for coming, Jervis.
Goes for the cover, and wait, hold on, Purvis Rottenbelly.
Trying to pull his
has to
brother
do that.
out.
He's under the ropes. He can't do anything.
Under the ropes.
Yeah. His foot under the rope.
Big mistake.
Oh.
Hobo going after Purvis Rottenbelly.
Hobo makes chase, and Purvis Rottenbelly running away.
Oh,
and
hold on. Gentleman Jervis hugs in order to defuse the situation, asking for forgiveness.
Gentleman Jervis, a master of conflict resolution.
I remember him being the class school mediator. He did save him.
Show sportsmanship by Gentleman Jervis.
A stern talking to by Gentleman Jervis to his brother. Irish whip onto the Hobo.
Big lariat by Hobo.
Club to the back. Hobo showing his frustration and taking it out. The honeymoon period appears to be over from that engagement, Dr. Pat. Another crashing Irish whip.
And he's firing up the engine.
Hobo getting ready to ride the rails. Wait a minute, and Purvis Rottenbelly. Come
Grabbing
on,
the leg.
referee.
Oh, wait a minute. Gentleman Jervis taking advantage of the situation.
Flying apple followed by a back elbow and another back elbow.
Hobo has that low center of gravity. It's very difficult to take him off of his feet.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Oh.
Gentleman Jervis rocking him to sleep. Shh, you gotta be quiet.
I'm a new father. I know that you have to be. And he's lulled him. He's lulled him to sleep.
He's taking a hobo nap. But Gentleman Jervis trying to get a. He goes for the cover.
Don't anybody make any sound. No loud sounds to wake him up.
Under the rope.
His arm's under the rope, but Hobo is still in dreamland, dreaming of pies on apple
cans of beans over open fire.
A bindle full of canned preserves.
Wine spodioti.
And now, Purvis Rottenbelly. Wait a minute.
Referee Ron Way.
Purvis
unable
took
to
away
see.
referee Ron Way's glasses.
What is
Purvis,
that?
wait, that's candy corn!
Oh my God.
The most ruthless of Halloween candies, candy corn.
And indeed the nastiest. Get that away from me.
Wait a minute. Purvis trying to rouse the hobo up.
I don't know if Jervis is aware of the situation and what's behind him.
I don't think he knows.
He has him up.
Picks him up. Fireman's carry.
And Gentleman Jervis is spotted. What's in the ring?
He doesn't.
What? Did you do that? That must have been one of these children. These nasty children.
Purvis Rottenbelly blaming the kids for all that candy corn in there. The two brothers. Oh, and Gentleman Jervis kicking out Purvis.
In all my years of watching wrestling, I've never seen a wrestler ban
eliminating
his
his own
manager from the
cornerman.
back. Purvis Rottenbelly has been banished, and Hobo still drowsy. And
Oh, picks him up. What did No. Oh, my God!
Thundering slam into candy corn.
All that corn syrup going through the back and the veins of Gentleman Jervis. Wait a minute. Oh, he's distracted. Oh.
Your winner, Hobo!
I'm absolutely horrified by the use of candy corn, the nastiest of candies.
Oh, well, it's not the hobo's fault. He was too drowsy to know that such devastating corn-based treats were underneath him, but Gentleman Jervis seems to be forgiving.
Hobo, great night for the Hobo.
He's got a win, and he has a bride.
Indeed. And Gentleman Jervis eating the candy corn. I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, he lost the battle, but he'll win the war on friendship.
Indeed. Gentleman Jervis, an absolute sportsman, and he doesn't seem to be bothered by wins or losses. He knows that there's always a silver lining. And for him, a silver lining is having the opportunity to give his friend the Hobo the win on a day where he has a fiancée, which is a very special day.
It is a very special. Well, Jervis does want to win, but he wants to win the right way.
Indeed.
Which is something that all of us should adhere to.
And
it's the spirit of the season.
Indeed.
The season of Halloween.
And I'm curious as to whether or not Gentleman Jervis is going to, I have a feeling that he's going to forgive his brother Purvis Rottenbelly, but I don't know how long that forgiveness is going to last. I don't know what things.
I'm sure that they're family.
Every man has a breaking point. Every person has a breaking point. And I don't know what Gentleman Jervis's breaking point is going to be, but I have a feeling that at some point Purvis is going to try and drag him in a direction he doesn't want to go in, and Gentleman Jervis is going to have to lay down the law. But I don't know. But in any event, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out here to the Moose Lodge in Burbank for Creepy Crawlers, Beefy Brawlers 3.
Yeah. What a match that we just
had. And
had.
I'd also like to thank everybody that's joining us on Twitch. Thank you for watching. This is one of the biggest shows of the year, and indeed the spookiest. I'm just overcome by the fact that do we have any developments with the murder of Sephora?
So far in my earpiece that you can clearly see, we haven't yet gotten an update, but local authorities have been contacted.
Are we sure it's a murder? Are we sure it's not?
It is very clearly, you heard that screech like we all did. It has clearly been a murder of that hot dog shaped lady.
Are we aware of whether or not the authorities are on the case yet?
I literally just said authorities have been contacted.
They've been contacted, but have they arrived yet?
Again, yes.
I had my CD player stolen from my Nissan Sentra once. And
Why are you still listening to CDs in 2019?
Because
you're a doctor?
the audio quality is better than MP3s.
You like that warmer sound that CDs provide?
Listen, it gets to the finer points of Jailbreak by Thin Lizzy that's been stuck in my CD player for the past 3 years until somebody stole my CD player and the cops still haven't come after 2 years.
Well, we can discuss about stolen Thin Lizzy till the cows come home, but we got a match to go to, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, let's go to Mean Janine.
Thank you very much. The next match will be a multi-team tag team match.
All right.
The winners of this match will be the #1 contenders for the tag team titles.
I believe one of the evil spirits has gotten into the
The
microphone.
first team making their way to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a gruesome twosome here at Wrestling Pro Wrestling. They've got 4 bloodshot eyes, rows of razor-sharp teeth, 3 hooven legs, and breath straight from hell. They are only known as the Two-Man Gang!
Two-Man Gang at the, just the menace from Halstead Street in Chicago. The meanest thing in Zubaz to come across the pike since the Road Warriors.
They'll have the toughest challenge yet in this multi-team match for the #1 contendership for the WPW tag titles.
And indeed, when you're face off against a two-man gang, it's a very tough challenge because it's very difficult for one of them to actually leave the ring. So technically, it's always a tornado match against the two-man gang. So you're facing off.
Well, sometimes they do follow the rules and tag in, tag out.
Just
so
4
we'll see.
fists, 3 legs, and maybe 500 pounds of viciousness.
I want to bring attention to referee video game plumber #2.
Indeed.
A legally distinct character.
Indeed. Green video game plumber is
#2.
Number 2. Sorry.
What up there? What up there? I get one of the guards. How many lives do you think you've got left? One life left.
He only has a single life. Leave him alone.
The next team making their way to the ring.
He has 1 life.
Take 2 whole freaks, add a splash of perversion, add a dash of excrement, mix them together, and you've got Rubber Baby Leather Daddy!
The Princes of Perversion, Rubber Baby Leather Daddy. Mean Janine just bringing out a very interesting recipe, and I mean, it really sums them up. Rubber Baby Leather Daddy.
The fighters of FetLife, Rubber Baby and Leather Daddy, the wrestlers of the Red Light District. Having a good time with the wrestle turkeys out in the crowd.
They're both sadistic and masochistic.
Well, you just can't match up the biohazard around the waist of Rubber Baby.
Indeed, as a new father, I know how disgusting diapers can be, and there is no more disgusting diaper than Rubber Baby's diaper. I don't know what he's been eating. It's something that Gerber does not make. But indeed, I've seen him use that diaper as a weapon, and it has felled many great competitors.
Well, on top of that, you have Leather Daddy with his impervious crotch. And of course, Rubber Baby known to throw a tantrum
Indeed,
in mid-match when he loses his head.
Indeed, you don't know what lays beneath Rubber Baby, but whenever he's in that sort of situation where he loses his head, quite literally, it's absolute havoc.
And the next team making their way to the ring. Where is the most terrifying, most desolate, abandoned, stinky, sweaty, putrid, foul place you could ever go? New Mexico.
New Mexico on their way to the ring.
Have you ever been to New Mexico?
I have not. How is it?
I haven't either. But New Mexico is here.
Oh, New Mexico, a new team here at WPW.
Indeed, they're making their debuts here in Wrestling Pro Wrestling, and one of their competitors in New Mexico looks like he could be whatever you want it to be with a little editing skill.
We got Mosh Pit Mike and
straight out of Roswell here.
The Roswell Wrangler out here with Mosh Pit Mike. Team New Mexico, apparently.
And the last team, making their way to the ring. What will get you blackout drunk and totally take advantage of you? The answer is 5150 and the Invisible Man.
5150.
And his partner, the Invisible Man. Both of them making their WPW debuts. I wonder what the sign of the zodiac is for 5150.
I don't know, but 5150, his expression hasn't changed. And you can see fear in the eyes of the two-man gang. And
Well, I see the fear on the faces of everyone involved. Mostly because of the Invisible Man, I would presume, being that, you know, can't see him.
Well, indeed, but 5150, I mean, just look at his expression. Just
the two-man gang having words with the Invisible Man.
that man is twisted with a Z. That 5150.
Being able to see translucent butt. It's not fair. I'm from outer space. This is not fair.
Referee, video game plumber number 2, gonna have his hands full
Indeed,
tonight.
it's tough to maintain order when one of the competitors is invisible.
In this number 1 contenders match. Let me.
I'm a cowboy. Is everyone ready? Is everyone ready? What are you doing?
And we're off. Oh, and
Video game plumber number 2 starting it off.
and a show of
Rubber baby
sportsmanship by
kissing.
the Roswell
The
Wrangler.
Roswell Wrangler getting a smooch. Smooching the referee.
Some intergalactic love here by the Roswell Wrangler.
Intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic from New Mexico. I question the pantslessness of the Roswell Wrangler, but
Well, if any of our Wrestle Turkey fans on Twitch are great at video editing, they could edit some pants onto him based on his coloration.
oh, you raised a fine point there, Dr. Pat. Mosh Pit Mike here in the ring,
And
grabbing that lasso from his partner. Something tells me that Leather Daddy's familiar with rope.
and he's been tied up.
And he likes it.
And I tag him to the Roswell Wrangler.
The Roswell Wrangler shimmying. Oh, there's a probe by you know, and another I'm gonna say it's amateur wrestling, you know. Getting into stance, it's at one point it's another kiss.
Oh, in a big
Have you ever
forearm
seen
by
it? Dr. Pat, have you? Oh.
Where's your daddy, huh?
You should never slap a baby, Dr. Pat. That just seems rude, if not illegal.
And indeed, it is illegal. And a big chop by the Roswell Wrangler.
Baby, hey! He's not here. I love this baby. You like to do that too? Get him. Yeah! You sexy beast, baby.
The Roswell Wrangler seems to fit in with Rubber Baby and Leather Daddy's antics.
I love their antics.
Oh, and a
Eye poke by Mosh Pit Mike.
video game plumber number 2 referee is letting that pass. I don't know if there's disqualifications. There's no disqualifications in this match because it is a 4-way.
Well, he's having his handful with 6 competitors, and he's very nervous.
There's 8 competitors. One of them's invisible, and one of them is from space.
One of them's invisible, one's from space. One
And wait,
one is a number of a crime.
and
2
51
sex fiends and gang members. Everything about this match is illegal, Dr. Pat.
whipped to the corner by 5150.
Massive clothesline into the corner.
And he sweeps the leg.
Love leg sweep.
Hey, he's a baby. Let it go.
Got him in a death lock.
Come on.
Wrenching the ankle, and he tags in his Invisible Man partner.
Oh, shoot, the invisible man.
massive splash by the Invisible Man. Now this hardly seems fair. Rubber Baby's lack of object permanence plus invisibility.
And a big clothesline by the Invisible Man. Invisible Man, I don't know much about him. I don't know how many arms he has.
I don't know how tall he is.
I mean, he could have 2 arms. He could have 4 arms like Goro. I don't know.
Another clothesline, apparently, onto Leather Daddy.
And Mosh Pit Mike ducks a clothesline, ducks another clothesline. Oh, and a big drop kick by the Invisible Man.
What a height on that drop kick. And he tosses him out of the ring. Roswell Wrangler hitting the ropes. Duggan, wait. Stop.
Oh.
Massive right arm, right hand onto the face of the Roswell Wrangler. And he gets chucked over the top.
We can see you, buddy.
Oh.
The 2-man gang stomping onto the Invisible Man. A 2-on-1 attempt.
They have him up.
Funnel up.
Oh.
Driving powerbomb by the 2-man gang. Either that or it's a double DDT. I can't tell.
I think the Invisible Man has reversed it into a double DDT.
Oh,
over the top!
Tope con Hilo onto the massive tag team. I'm out of words.
This is an absolute mass of humanity that's been taken out.
Splash from the top. Caught.
He's going for that crossbody. And he throws him on the top.
Oh my God! Another toss onto the mask by the 2-man gang.
And 2-man gang standing victorious right now. I don't know. Referee video game plumber number 2 is not administering the count, so I believe it's now no DQ and no countouts.
It's kind of hard to do in a for all we know, the Invisible Man. They got the Invisible Man. Kick to the stomach. Setting him up. Double stunner by the 2-man gang onto the Invisible Man.
Are you okay?
Referee video game plumber number 2 checking the Invisible Man.
Who wants all of this? Yo, that's
Mosh Pit Mike in. And I guess that's a legal tag. Has him up.
2-man gang hanging out. Lifts him up in a gorilla press. Flips him like a pizza pie. Go to sleep from a spinning gorilla press.
Was that what it was?
He lifted the knee up, chucks him into his corner, and tags his partner, the Roswell Wrangler, sizing up the Invisible Man.
We doing a stink face tonight.
Oh.
An alien ass to the face of the Invisible Man.
Roswell Wrangler.
By the raunchy Roswell Wrangler. 4 hams into the face of the Invisible Man. Meanwhile, 5150 getting vengeance over his partner.
Whips him in.
Clothesline into the corner. Locks back in. Tags in Leather Daddy.
Leather Daddy.
I think the Invisible Man tagged out. Oh, thank you, fan. He rolled down. He's on the outside.
Oh, and a rather unorthodox attack by Leather Daddy.
5150 assisting his invisible tag partner, taking him into the corner. Meanwhile, the raunchy Roswell Wrangler got crotched in the face by Leather Daddy. Leather Daddy taking his lasso. Makes a tag into Rubber Baby. Wait.
Oh.
Rubber Baby getting
going for a cheap shot against the Invisible Man, but Invisible Man. Flurry of rights by the Invisible Man.
Invisible Man missed that last right hand, is back outside. Wait a minute. Mosh Pit Mike grabbing Rubber Baby in a headlock. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, you done screwed up now, Mosh Pit Mike. And the baby throwing his mighty tantrum. Elbow shots to everyone.
Takes Roswell Wrangler in.
Big splash onto the 2-man gang.
Oh,
Diaper butt to the face. Roaring forearm. Leather Daddy putting the head back on the baby.
I'm actually surprised that he put the head back onto Rubber Baby at this point, considering the fact that Rubber Baby was getting quite a vicious advantage over...
he didn't want to keep the baby upset.
Stereo butt butts by Rubber Baby Leather Daddy. Definitely would make Iceman King Parsons proud.
Double splash. Well, wait a minute. The lights are out. What's happening? What's going on, Dr. Pat?
I have no idea.
I can't see.
What's that smell?
I smell fear.
I smell something else.
Dookie?
Wait, do you see ghosts?
Wait. Oh my God! They killed video game plumber number 2! Get out of here!
It appears to be game over for our referee.
He doesn't have any coins! He doesn't have an extra life! He's done for!
All right, everybody, if I can have your attention, please. I'm a detective. I was here looking into the murder of a hot diggity dog there, and looks like we had another murder. That's probably on me. Sorry about that. Now, we do probably got a serial killer here in the building. Everybody's lives are in extreme danger. I suggest you take this opportunity to get your affairs in order. But rest assured, I'm probably going to solve this. Not many more of you are probably going to die. So just, enjoy the wrestling, enjoy the good shenanigans and chicanery and all that stuff. I'm going to get back to solving this case as soon as I hit up the bar. So, yeah, we'll have a good time. Enjoy it tonight.
Oh, thank God Detective is on the case.
I don't feel reassured by him at all.
He's a detective. How can you not be reassured? He's going to clearly solve this murder and the murder of Hot Diggity Dog.
At the bar?
Well, not at the bar. Maybe when he's at the Mad Hatter's food truck outside, consuming a couple of tacos, maybe a quesadilla, or a grilled cheese with fixins. See, the crowd digs fixins.
But we have other priorities here, and that's the murderer. Who is it? I want to know who it is, because we need to stop this.
Well, yeah, that's why we have the
Video Game
detective.
Plumber number 2 is dead.
Yeah.
Sephora Hot Diggity Dog is dead.
Yeah.
Somebody else could be dead soon.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah, that's why we have the detective there. I'm just happy at the fact that all of the competitors of this match have helped clear the ring of the corpse.
I appreciate their helpfulness, but I want to know who's wreaking havoc here.
That's for the detective to find out. That's why he's a detective. We're wrestling commentators. We need to commentate on wrestling. So I suggest that we move on and give it up for Mean Janine.
Okay. All right.
I understand your concern, though, Dr. Pat. I understand your concern.
Well, I have a PhD. I have an inquisitive mind, you know.
Tell you what, I'm slower. He'll probably kill me first, the killer.
All right. Fair
Rest
enough.
assured on that. Let's hear it. Let's go back to Mean Janine for our next match. Mean Janine.
Thank you very much. Our next contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. And it's also for the number 1 contender for the Wrestling Pro Wrestling Midcard Title. First, making his way to the ring. Are you afraid of what can hurt you? Yes. Are you afraid of powers beyond your control? Then you are no doubt frightened by the one called Watts.
Watts, one of the most feared and dominant competitors in WPW.
I've had the pleasure of calling many of Watts' matches, and he's absolutely dominant. He's one of the most impressive wrestlers that I've ever had the privilege of seeing live, calling his matches. I mean, he's adopted a new, more friendly approach. I mean, he's been hanging out with Sexy Chino, and I think that I'm very happy to see fan favorite Watts. Watts, 6'5", 6'6", maybe 250, 260 pounds. Definitely the most dominant physical presence here at Wrestling Pro Wrestling, and he's absolutely vicious in the ring.
Well, yeah, don't let that alliance with Sexy Chino fool you. Watts is still as nasty as they come.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring, those who don't know will never understand the black magic that one might know. Stand back for the Dark Sheik!
Dark Sheik, one of the trademark competitors at Hood Slam. Joining us here at Wrestling Pro Wrestling. I'm actually looking forward to this match quite a bit. Dark Sheik knows no fear, vicious competitor. And Eric Watts is a great opponent in this matchup.
Dark Sheik has great high-flying ability and viciousness.
No fear. Absolutely no fear the Dark Sheik has.
And that can be a problem because you should fear Watts. But then again, it's a match between viciousness and viciousness. Just go by Sheik this time.
All the time.
Her, yes. That's right.
And the Dark Sheik.
The Dark Sheik, yes.
Signature competitor of Foot Slam. Dark Sheik has appeared here at Wrestling Pro Wrestling quite a bit, usually causing a great deal of mayhem, a great deal of havoc. And she's ready to face off against Watts. And Watts. And we're off. Referee Isaac Hayes calling this matchup. Dark Sheik, Eric Watts. I'm looking forward to this match. Two competitors squaring off.
Sheik on the outside. Figuring it out.
And a collar and elbow tie. Oh! Watts showing off his power.
Sheik gonna have to stick and move against someone like Watts.
Dark Sheik is a very smart competitor.
Waistlock by Sheik.
And that's just the absolute power by Watts.
That's not gonna work. Let's try something different.
And when you go up against Watts, it's very easy to underestimate his strength in an abstract sense. But when you face off against Watts, you just get a sense of his size, his power, just his sheer.
You know what?
Shoulder block by Watts.
That's never gonna ever work.
Toss it up. Clothesline attempt. Back elbow. Sheik counters. Aiming for a victory roll. Watts catches Sheik in a wheelbarrow suplex.
Vicious suplex.
Watts showcasing his power. Sheik is going to have to refine her strategy.
Come on, Hood Slam, let's go.
Isaac Hayes administering the counts.
This ain't Oakland.
Sheik taking a breather, trying to reassess her options.
Trying to figure out a game plan against Watts. I mean, Watts is just an absolutely incredible competitor, but
So funny, they all freaking jokes. This is why I hate wrestling pro wrestling.
I love wrestling pro wrestling.
Watts representing WPW. Sheik showing her frustrations.
outside.
Sheik taking it to the outside again.
Watts making chase.
Sheik showing off her speed.
Oh, misses the leg drop.
Centers right in. Oh. Massive right hands from Watts. Knocking Sheik down. Goes for the cover.
And 2 counts. Oh.
Come on, Watts, get around.
Slamming that knee into the corner.
How does that feel? Come on, Watts, do it again.
And another knee.
You want to quit? You should. No. I wish I could quit you.
Oh, and another knee by Eric Watts.
Knees coming in threes.
Come on, Sheik. Anyway. Go.
Oh! Giant fall away slam by Watts.
Watts almost mocking the Sheik. He's hanging near the ropes. Sheik, one of the tougher competitors in WPW, taking that immense headbutt from Eric Watts by Watts, who has no first name. I apologize.
Another big fall away slam.
Brilliantly done.
Just dealing out the punishment, but the thing about it is I've seen Dark Sheik compete here in Wrestling Pro Wrestling, and her reputation speaks for itself in Hood Slam. And it's going to take quite a lot of punishment by Watts to actually get the Dark Sheik down. Dark Sheik just
double foot to the face. Dark Sheik up.
Takes Watts down.
Yanking down Watts with her powerful legs. She's going up top. Flying kick to the ribs.
And double knees. Oh, and
Big
a big boot.
Sheik sizing up Watts. Going up top. Presumably. You look like you were climbing up. I'm sorry.
This is not request time.
Bad prediction by Eric Barnes. As Sheik proceeds to go to the apron.
Oh, big leg drop by Dark Sheik. Pulls through.
Screw you, Sheik.
Oh!
Flip and senton by Sheik.
Perfect execution by Dark Sheik.
Hood slam. Hood slam.
Some Hood Slam supporters here in the crowd.
Fans,
but
the fans don't really have brand loyalty here. It's fine. Out here in Burbank.
You can't turn around. Look, he's right there.
oh,
Clobbering bear-like paw by Watts as Sheik strikes to the back and the shoulders.
Watts with a giant pounce by Watts, and channeling Scorpion Watts. Oh, and a hangman by Dark Sheik. Think about Dark Sheik, she's always aware of what's happening, and wherever she is in the ring, uses the ring as a resource.
These are ropes.
Very clever competitor.
Oh.
Cross body by Sheik, but doesn't seem to affect Big Nasty. Beautiful backbreaker by Watts. Goes for the cover.
Hooks the leg in a 2 count.
Great idea.
Watts playing to the wrestle turkeys.
What is this?
Going for it.
Oh, and a big hard punch.
Oh my God!
Shades of Ox Baker.
A throwback to '93 with that heart punch. by Watts.
Watts standing over Dark Sheik, but
Unbreak my heart.
I will say that I love her again, the Dark Sheik.
Dark Sheik, vicious and a fan of Tony Braxton.
Dark Sheik looking to undo this hurt as she's tossed in the Irish whip. And reverses DDT by the Sheik!
Wow!
Goes for the cover!
And a 2 count by Sheik. Woo! That was incredibly close to a victory for Dark Sheik, but that was beautiful execution on that DDT.
I presume Sheik is going up. Yes, she is. I'm not gonna predict this time.
I'm gonna do a leg drop.
Thank you.
Dark Sheik calls her shot.
Sheik calls her shot, going for a leg drop.
Oh, and connects.
Sheik connects. Goes for the cover.
Oh, and very close.
so
Referee
close.
Isaac Hayes almost slapping it down for a 3, but so very close. That was an excellent, picture perfect leg drop by the Dark Sheik.
Watts covering. Better than any Alabama jam I've ever seen. Elbows into the corner by Dark Sheik. Trying to stay on Watts. Smart strategy. Don't let Watts recover.
But I've seen Watts have a number of matches here in Wrestling Pro Wrestling against Fidel Bravo, against Darwin Finch. Just absolute battles, and it takes a lot. I don't think it's really possible to really get Watts down.
Running knee to the corner. Followed by pop-up knee lift by Watts.
Oh!
Pump kick. Goes for the cover.
Oh!
2.99999 repeating kick out.
Referee Isaac Hayes calls those a 2. But it's debatable. I mean, probably a number of Wrestle Turkeys here in the audience could have called that as a 3.
Watts amping up the crowd, lifting up the Dark Sheik. Sheik in real trouble here, fireman's carry. Sheik trying to
Battle her way out.
Waist lock, German suplex by the Dark Sheik. Cover.
Oh!
2.9999999 kick out by Watts.
That was an absolutely close call for Watts.
Referee Isaac Hayes beside himself, calling this match. Sheik going into a dramatic pose. Back spin kick by the Sheik. Look for the
Watts has her in his grips.
Sit up.
Oh!
Goozle by the Watts.
Dark Sheik's trying to battle out. Oh!
Shmegory by Dark Sheik. Springboard. Oh, she done got goozled, Dr. Pat.
Wait.
Hurricane Rana into the referee.
And Isaac Hayes has been knocked a bit loopy. Oh!
A Mortal Kombat style punch to the balls.
Pulling one out of the Frank Dukes handbook. And oh!
Slash bread! Cover! She got him!
And a big win by Dark Sheik. And Dark Sheik is now the #1 contender for the Midcard Championship.
Oh my! Dark Sheik has a chance for the gold in Wrestling Pro Wrestling. Beating a multi-time WPW Wrestle Turkey
That's a
champion.
massive victory for the Dark Sheik.
The Dark Sheik!
Watts has carried that Wrestle Turkey Championship a number of times. And Dark Sheik comes in and gets a well-earned victory against Watts. That's
Impressive victory by the Dark Sheik.
And whoever gets the victory over in the next match has an incredible test facing them in the Dark Sheik.
Dark Sheik wrestling the winner of the upcoming Midcard Title contest.
And I wonder if Dark Sheik is going to might take that Midcard title back to Hood Slam. She could very well do it.
Dark Sheik is not one to be underestimated. What a fantastic contest that was,
I was
Dr.
expecting
Pat.
it to be an absolute barn burner, and it really delivered. I mean, Eric Watts and Dark Sheik, two absolutely vicious competitors, and they...
all by myself.
And I just said, Dark Sheik calling her shot with that leg drop and managed to win with that sliced bread. Just absolutely huge win.
Dark Sheik showing off in front of the Wrestle Turkeys her love of Hood Slam and her disdain towards WPW. But now let's move on to the next match. Let's go back to Mean Janine.
Thank you very much. Our next contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. And it is for the Midcard title.
It's for the Midcard Championship, that's right.
First, making his way to the ring. Is the quest for knowledge a bad thing?
No.
Is it wrong to be so smart you're almost clinically insane? No. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a mad scientist on our hands, and his name is Darwin Finch!
Darwin Finch, perhaps the best scientific wrestler in many respects here at Wrestling Pro Wrestling.
Oh, wait a minute! Dark Sheik striking the champion. This is despicable. Dark Sheik blindsiding the Punkrock Poindexter, the Midcard champion.
She made full contact with that kick, and I don't know if I can know from this angle if Darwin Finch is actually moving. And
Oh, it's not. I like that.
Is he out? I don't know.
Darwin Finch appears to be down.
Dark Sheik showing no remorse whatsoever, and
typical of a Hood Slam wrestler.
And the Wrestle Turkeys trying to get behind Darwin Finch. And Gregory Shmegory Sharpe is out, and
Gregory Sharpe.
He's helping up Darwin Finch. I don't know if Darwin Finch is going to be able to compete in this match. I just.
No. Not tonight. Not tonight. No, not tonight. No. Look at you. He's gonna hurt. You can't do this. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair.
Gregory Shmegory Sharpe
Gregory Sharpe offering Darwin Finch
just showing
the night off after that attack.
And his opponent, Gregory Shmegory Sharpe.
Gregory Shmegory Sharpe showing a great deal of sportsmanship after that attack. And this is Gregory Shmegory Sharpe's opportunity to take the Midcard title.
But it might be against Darwin Finch's better judgment. I know he wants to be a fighting Midcard champion, but this might not be a smart move by arguably the smartest man in WPW.
But one thing about Darwin Finch is the consummate underdog. I mean, he really battles, he takes pride in battling back from behind, but I don't know if it's going to be, it's going to be hubris in this case. Referee Ron Way.
Yeah.
Showing off the Midcard Championship.
The most middle prize in all of wrestling, the Midcard title.
The most middling prize in all of professional wrestling.
Are you ready? Yeah, man. Ready? You ready? Yes, man.
And we're off.
There you go.
Oh, and Gregory
double
Shmegory
drop
Sharpe.
kick into the corner by Sharpe.
Sharpe wasting no time.
Fireman's carry.
Big Death Valley driver.
Goes for the cover.
Oh,
and Finch kicks out. Sharpe trying to take advantage. I can't blame him. It is a championship match.
Indeed.
But he's going to look to the sky.
Warming up.
Suicide dive onto Darwin Finch. This is what Finch wanted, Dr. Pat.
Absolutely. Whipped into the ring. Darwin Finch, I mean, he agreed to the matchup. He could have taken the night off. And Gregory Shmegory Sharpe, even though him and Darwin are friends, he sees that the prize ahead of him, the Midcard Championship, is too
Finch
great
having
to
the
show any
presence of
mercy.
mind to get to the corner, away from back elbow to the face.
Big boot by Darwin Finch.
Springboard arm drag by Darwin Finch.
Showing off his lucha libre credentials.
And a hop, skip, and a dive.
Oh, right into the wrestle turkeys.
Finch showing why he's the mid-card champion.
Darwin Finch showing off another aspect of his arsenal. I mean, I know Darwin Finch as a great technical wrestler, great scientific wrestler. He's a great brawler. We've seen him have brawls before with Watts, with others, and now he's showing off his high-flying skills. I mean, he's definitely becoming a lot more of a complete competitor.
Finch sharing some goodwill with a wrestle turkey dressed as him for Halloween, followed by a leg sweep.
Big senton by Darwin Finch.
Finch up on the middle rope.
Oh!
Flip, flop, elbow drop. 1, 2, and a kick
2
out.
count. Here's one thing that I like about Darwin Finch. Our regular announcer partner in this announcing team, Rivers Langley, calls Darwin Finch the dorkiest wrestler in wrestling, the biggest dork in wrestling.
This
the
is
thing
true.
about Darwin Finch is that he accepted it. He accepted it. It was meant as an insult, and he accepted it. He took pride in it. And it really shows how much Darwin Finch is able to weave the negatives into the positives.
Just because you're a dork doesn't mean you can't kick ass. Darwin Finch getting waistlocked by Sharpe, back elbow. And fair point that you made, Dr. Pat, but running knee.
Oh, and a big
Beautiful forearm smash by Gregory Sharpe.
Well executed.
Goes to the cover. 1, 2.
And a 2 count.
An enthusiastic 2 by referee Ron Way. Crucifix. 1, 2. Kick
And a
out.
2 count. Oh.
In spite its auspicious beginning, we were having ourselves a good old-fashioned fight, Dr. Pat.
Absolutely.
Multiple elbow drops by Gregory Shmegory Sharpe. That one had an exclamation point. Goes for the cover.
And a 2 count. Gregory Shmegory Sharpe, I mean, every time that I see him compete here in wrestling, pro wrestling, he finds ways to impress me more and more. I mean, he's just a fantastic, fantastic competitor in the ring. And a lot of people have taken notice. I mean, I've seen people in the audience really kind of draw themselves, and I've seen some big names really paying a lot of attention to Gregory Shmegory Sharpe, and rightfully so.
Drawbreak
Big drop
followed
kick.
by...
Picture perfect drop kick.
Oh, such an insane drop kick by Sharpe. Make a good point, Dr. Pat. Goes for the cover. 1, 2.
I mean, you talk about your Hennings, you talk about your Bob Hollies, you talk about, various others, your Doug Furnaces. Gregory Shmegory Sharpe has an excellent drop kick.
There is no one more like Bob Holly than Gregory Shmegory Sharpe.
Point taken.
That's what the doctor said. Sharpe taking control. Irish whip.
Follows him in with the knee. Follows him in again with the knee. Big backdrop
back
suplex.
Goes for the cover. 1, 2.
And a 2 count.
Another enthusiastic 2 count by Ron Way. Fans getting behind the champion, but I can tell that they're torn between these two WPW fan favorites. Schoolboy. Oh, wait a minute.
He rolls through.
Texas cloverleaf attempt. Here he goes.
Gregory Shmegory
Trying
Sharpe
to
is
flip
fighting it, but
a Texas Instruments cloverleaf by Darwin Finch.
Darwin Finch has it in very deep, but Gregory Shmegory Sharpe is trying to power out of it.
Sharpe showing a lot of heart. He's still got a lot of fuel in those jet engines of his. Even though he's a biplane.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't know aerodynamics, Dr. Pat. I just try.
It's all right. Neither do I.
Finch lifting him up. Back suplex attempt, but
If you have a metaphor, just run with it.
rams into the turnbuckle.
Oh,
Forearm smash.
goes
Does a
around.
slide into another. Just chucking Finch down to the ground. Goes up top. Yep, skip and a drop kick by Gregory Sharpe. Finch trying to recover in the corner.
And I mean, Finch is still probably quite woozy from that attack and a 2 count. He's probably still woozy from that attack in his entrance by the Dark Sheik. And the thing is Dark Sheik #1 contender for the Midcard Championship. I mean, whoever wins this match has a big challenge facing them upcoming.
Yeah, the Dark Sheik ain't nothing to fuck with. I apologize, but there's a clubbing back blow by Gregory Sharpe. Goes into a roll-up. 1, 2.
And a 2 count.
Kick out.
Oh, and a big,
Beautiful back elbow. Goes for another pin attempt.
and a 2 count.
Darwin Finch will not die, Dr. Pat.
Absolutely. I mean, I've seen, as I said before, Darwin Finch, I've seen him battle Watts. I've seen him fight Fidel Bravo. I've seen him fight everybody here in wrestling, pro wrestling. And he doesn't have fight. He has so much fight in him, he doesn't know when to quit. Sometimes despite himself.
All the wrestle turkeys torn between these two competitors.
I mean, my
What a
loyalties
battle.
are absolutely split. Both of them are just fantastic, fantastic wrestlers. Darwin Finch
Crash
evades.
landing for Gregory Sharpe. Goes for a second one. Waistlock by Finch. Back elbow by Sharpe. Reverses. Goes up, victory roll.
Rolls
Wait
around.
a minute.
Oh,
Inverted Indian deathlock by Gregory Sharpe.
that was absolutely smooth. That was a smooth transition between the two moves.
Now it's a test of guts and determination on the part of Finch.
I mean, he has him.
He's almost to that bottom rope. He
Oh,
got
he's
it.
able to reach it.
What a match we're seeing, Dr. Pat.
Absolutely. If it wasn't by a coincidence of ring positioning, Darwin Finch was able to get out of it. But if that was in the center of the ring, he wouldn't have been able to get out of it. He would have had no option
Kip
but to
up
tap
by
out.
Sharpe. I agree with these fans. Toss to the outside. Referee Ron Way looking perplexed, but
Oh my God!
Hurricane Rana!
High risk but high reward offense by Darwin Finch. Launches Gregory Shmegory into his doppelganger.
Both of them showcasing, leaving it all. I would say they were leaving it all in the ring, but they're on the outside, Dr. Pat.
Absolutely. I mean, I had a feeling that this would be an absolute battle, and they're proving it right here. This is a dogfight.
No matter who wins, both of them will have to go to the Mad Hatter's Custom Catering taco truck outside
Or
for
maybe
some
they
nourishment.
Or maybe they can go on Twitter to @WrestlingPW.
Yeah, to talk about the match afterward.
And
In
follow.
the meantime, Gregory Sharpe imploring that the Wrestle Turkeys move out of the way.
He's telling Leatherface and the Wrestle Pony to move. Leatherface didn't he have a great career in Puerto Rico?
He did have a great career in
Yeah,
Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
And he's staring us out. Gregory Sharpe
he's a legend in
rearing
Big
away.
Japan. Oh my God!
Gregory
Good
Sharpe
Lord!
missing that dive bomb into the crowd.
My word! I mean, he launched through 4 rows of chairs there. That's
Referee Ron Way checking on both competitors.
Ron Way going back in the ring. I don't know if either of them can meet the 10 count. Wrestle Turkey's heavily behind Gregory Shmegory Sharpe.
Ron Way starting the count.
But Darwin's no worse for wear out there. I mean, he's clutching that knee. He's favoring that knee after that Indian deathlock.
Both men hurting. Finch getting closer to the ring post. But Gregory Sharpe has a long way to go if he wants to beat the count. halfway through. Finch, the first to his feet.
I'm surprised Darwin Finch, because he's the champion, I'm surprised he's not letting just go seating
Both
for the
men
count.
down. I'm sorry to interrupt, Dr. Pat. But both men down were very high up in the count.
They're fighting.
They're up to the count. Ron Way giving them time.
Ron Way's up to 9. Finch is in. Shmegory's in.
Ron Way saying we're good. Both men back in the ring, and the match continues.
I'm surprised by Darwin Finch not just conceding for the count out, because he wouldn't lose the championship on the count out.
Well, he's a fighting champion, Dr. Pat, much to his own chagrin most of the time.
But I'm absolutely shocked that he didn't, yes, he has a lot of integrity. Yes, he has a fighting nature, but...
Speaking of fighting, the two men going to club and blows. Forearm smash, strong style battle.
I'm just hoping that this doesn't bite Darwin Finch in the backside. Decide not to go for the seating for the count out.
Darwin Finch wants to leave no doubt of who is the mid-card champion in WPW.
Oh, vicious
Big
shot.
right hand by Finch.
Oh, vicious enziguri by Gregory Shmegory Sharpe, and he's fired up.
Both men have an answer to every other move that his opponent takes. Gory special attempt.
Oh.
Knee to the face.
Oh.
Lariato! Wonderful lariat by Gregory Sharpe.
He turned Darwin Finch 270 degrees on that one.
You were able to count that? 270? Oh, he's counting again. Ron Way. Crowd counting along. I mean, both men, I can see it in their faces. Both men still want to fight, but I don't know if their bodies will allow it. Much like you said, Dr. Pat, these two men have been in big wars. Finch misses a Shoryuken. Forearm smash by Finch.
But he made a ton of contact with that one. Oh.
And another strike. Sharpe counters, waistlock, German suplex.
Yeah, Shmegory Sharpe had him scouted on that one. He knew that after that forearm, he would come from that direction. Oh!
Final splash by Sharpe, goes for the cover. 1, 2.
Oh!
Oh
so
my.
Close.
Oh my God, Dr. Pat. What else is left for these two men to do?
I have no idea. I mean, Gregory Shmegory Sharpe had so much impact. I mean, it was full extension on that splash.
Both men bounced off the mat upon impact of that major splash. Sharpe calling it, trying to lift up Finch, but Finch reverses. Sharpe with wrist control, chopping away at Finch.
Ducks the clothesline. Has him up, tilt-a-whirl.
Dragon sleeper attempt by Gregory Sharpe.
I mean, he has the full clutch right there.
Wait a minute. Finch.
He's pulling him up from that koala position. Brainbuster.
Beautiful brainbuster.
And Gregory Shmegory Sharpe is limp.
Goes for the cover.
Oh! I can't believe he kicked out of that one. I mean, he was absolute. There was. I thought
Busted
Shmegory
his
Sharpe
brain,
was.
for God's sakes.
Darwin Finch.
Going for that after-school special.
I mean, his signature move. Has him up.
Up.
Sunset flip.
Goes to the cover.
Oh. 2.5 counts.
Forcing Finch to fight out of that.
Oh!
Flying knee to the face.
Massive kick.
Going up for the electric chair. Got him in. Running power bomb. 1, 2.
And a 2 count off of that Liger bomb. That was...
Referee Roundway impressed by that Liger bomb.
I don't know what Gregory Shmegory Sharpe has left.
I don't know what Finch has left. For all that.
Oh,
Tilt
face buster.
Tilt's willing for that face buster there.
Oh.
Misses the Shining Wizard.
As
Finch gut wrench.
Oh, wait, he lost him.
Nearly got a gonzo bomb on him.
Oh!
Gut wrench power bomb.
And 3. My God, what a battle.
Darwin Finch retaining.
Your winner and still title champion, Finch.
Darwin Finch victorious. Absolute battle against Gregory Shmegory Sharpe. Overcoming that early attack by Dark Sheik, but I just wonder, even though their match isn't for another month perhaps, I don't know if Darwin Finch will be able to recover in a month to face Dark Sheik in their matchup for that Midcard Title.
Well, after a bout like that,
I mean, that takes a lot out of you.
It takes a lot out of you, like you said.
But Darwin Finch victorious. I mean, we have to give it up for Gregory Shmegory Sharpe.
Of course.
That was an incredible display by Gregory Shmegory Sharpe, but at the end of the day, Darwin Finch is victorious, and he's still the Wrestling Pro Wrestling Midcard champion.
Gregory Sharpe showed some great heart out there. What an amazing Midcard title bout. And I'm excited for next month, Dr. Pat.
Absolutely.
Now we know the match.
Yeah,
Darwin
Turkey
Finch
Mania
versus
3.
the Dark Sheik.
Dark Sheik, Darwin Finch. That's going to be an absolute battle. I mean,
Oh, look at that. Darwin Finch,
showing a great deal of sportsmanship.
much like Sharpe did earlier. What great respect shown by these two competitors.
I mean, you have to give it up for Gregory Shmegory Sharpe. He is... That was an...
I wholeheartedly agree with the Wrestle Turkeys in attendance.
I echo the Wrestle Turkey sentiments as well. I mean, Darwin Finch, I think I've seen everything he's been able to do. And then every time I see him, he shows a little bit extra. And my God, what a fantastic competitor.
We'll see how he surprises us next month at Turkey Mania.
And he's going to need everything in his arsenal up against Dark Sheik, because Dark Sheik vanquished Watts in vicious fashion. And I can't wait to see that match.
It's going to be an amazing bout, but we still have a couple amazing bouts left. Let's go to Mean Janine.
Thank you very much. You guys ready for some more action? All right, well.
Hold on. Give me this microphone. Okay. Booing me, you don't even know who I am, okay? Because I am a vampire. Not Dracula, not the Count, just vampire, okay? And I am here because all of you people have made a mockery out of my holiday. That's right. Halloween, you guys are dressing up. What's all this dress up? This is me in real life, okay?
A disco pirate.
People, what is this? These bats that look like my ancestors. You guys hang over there. Okay. So, what is this? Fake costume, fake vampire, all this fake blood, fake. I am 800 years old, okay? I've been sucking necks for years, okay? This is a sacred holiday. You know how many necks I've had to suck to maintain this for you?
Wait, there's another something. Is that a werewolf?
Oh, look at the size of that lichen.
Like an American.
Did you forget about the greatest tribe of all? The lichen. They come out in the full moon. And tonight, it is the year of the lichen. And tonight, it is vampire season. And I came for a feast.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Hold on. That appears to be a Frankenstein's monster, I assume.
Humanity's most evil
Not a Frankenstein,
creation.
a Frankenstein's monster.
Me think you both misunderstand. Me Frankenstein, hello.
Oh, I guess he is a Frankenstein.
What's his
Halloween
name?
is not about the vampire.
Yes, it is.
Halloween not about the werewolf. Halloween not even about the monster. Halloween about the kids.
Halloween is for the children.
Halloween about the
As
candy.
is Wu-Tang.
Halloween about the party. Hey!
I agree with this Frankenstein.
Halloween!
Halloween! Halloween! Halloween!
I can't believe Mary Shelley gave us such a bad name to this monster.
Yeah, wait, hold on. This monster mash seems to be interrupted by something.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! It's King Giraffeadorah! I knew it would be coming out.
Over there! It's George Washington Carver's monster!
The FrankenPeanut is here too! George Washington Carver's monster and King Giraffeadorah. All the other monsters seem to be trying to beat up and separate these two mastodons of wrestling, pro wrestling.
Oh my God!
The FrankenPeanut clocks out the Frankenstein. Meanwhile, King Giraffeadorah making his way into the ring against that lichen and that vampire. One of the both heads munching on the wolf claws. Insane headbutts by King Giraffeadorah.
Well, a regular trap attacks with its neck, and looking at the size of that creature, I can imagine that neck is, my God.
Look at the size of those hooves on King Giraffeadorah.
Oh.
Meanwhile, the FrankenPeanut using that big slammoo right arm. The pride of Tuskegee and Rivers Langley.
I mean, George Washington Carver found dozens of uses for the peanut, but none of them
Including
is
violence, apparently.
Indeed. Oh my God, he's impaled him.
With that
cane through the heart.
With that wooden cane, he staked through the vampire's heart.
Officials, wrestling, pro wrestling officials are out.
They're trying to separate these two monsters. Referee Zebra.
Ronway.
Isaac Hayes in a wig. The FrankenPeanut using his bolt nunchucks.
And everybody's coming out.
The locker room clearing out to separate these two titans of WPW.
Mosh Pit Mike takes a cane to the head. What is that in his hand?
Those are nunchucks made of his bolts of the exposed brain.
My God!
Of George Washington Carver's monster. As King Giraffeadorah.
Oh, and Giraffeadorah just threw out that guy and he's a black belt. You know how? That man was a black belt.
In the words of Ken Watanabe, let them fight!
Oh! Vicious blow by George Washington Carver's monster.
Massive right hands to that middle head. Giraffeadorah down to his knee. I've never seen that before.
Oh!
Another strike by George Washington Carver's. Wait a minute. A size 94 boot by King Giraffeadorah. And he's eating the brain of the FrankenPeanut.
Oh my God. Oh, and he's crushed the shell.
He's trying to turn him into peanut butter. Have you seen carnage like this ever before, Dr. Pat?
Not since South
There could be a
Padre
third
Island.
murder tonight, Dr. Pat.
But is Giraffeadorah the murderer?
I
That's
don't
my
know about
question.
the others, but he's definitely crushed the shell of George Washington Carver's monster.
We have a murderer loose and we have Giraffeadorah on the loose. I don't know which one I'm more scared of.
At this moment, I'm scared of King Giraffeadorah because he took out arguably the most monstrous monster and abomination in WPW, the FrankenPeanut.
Boy, he took out all of our officials. He took out.
Can anyone stop him?
Mike, he took out.
Oh my God! No! He killed the zebra, who's literally a zebra.
Is that against the law? I don't know.
I think King Giraffeadorah is above all laws.
I think so too.
This is.
My God.
What a mess we have. We got a dead vampire, a dead peanut monstrosity. All of our referees are down. We got a werewolf crawling with his tail between his legs. And poor young boy Justin, I hope he's not injured before his excursion next month. Oh.
Kid Isaac is out, so is Ron Way.
All of them trying to help the FrankenPeanut up to his tap dancing shoes.
And the vampire's dead. I'm just gonna say this. I have no.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That vampire is dead.
You know what? I'm fine with that. The only good vampire is a dead vampire. The crowd behind George Washington Carver's monster as he accidentally clocks Kid Isaac with that massive big slammoo fist.
Kid Isaac just can't get a win.
Oh, he will someday. Meanwhile, referee Ron Way doesn't know how to remove this vampire. How do you dispose of a vampire, Dr. Pat? You have a PhD.
I don't know. I don't know.
Your education did well for you. Well, then again, you didn't have a degree in vampirism.
Well, I didn't go to the University of Transylvania, so
That's true.
That's not part of the curriculum there. Oh, and they've.
Oh, wait, hold on. They removed the wooden.
The vampire is.
And the vampire's revived-ish?
He's moving. I don't know if this is.
It looks like he needs a vampire's assistant. Now on DVD.
Ah.
With John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a deep pull.
Yeah.
Last time I mentioned Baby Geniuses, and that's a deeper pull than that one.
Weird
wow.
flex, but okay. There goes me, Janine.
Hi, guys. It's time for our semi-main event of the night. The next contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. First, making his way to the ring. Day in and day out. Clock in and clock out. Repeat. You are numb. You are the only functioning. You are basically a zombie. Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm welcome to Mr. No Days Off!
I'm really excited about the debut at Wrestling Pro Wrestling of Mr. No Days Off.
Me too, Dr. Pat. This man is brimming with positivity, with a great message.
The Block the Hate champion, Mr. No Days Off, Fred Ross, is just
great shape, great competitor.
absolutely. He's in fantastic shape. He's more importantly sets a fantastic example for all the Wrestle Turkeys and for everybody that crosses paths with him. I mean, you know, he's out to help. I mean, he's somebody that really has a positive approach and really sees, you know, his position as a wrestler as a space where he can help. And for the person that he's facing off against, I think there's no more fitting competitor to face off against.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring, a maniacal tyrant and a ruthless ruler. He's had more wives beheaded than King Henry VIII. Ladies and gentlemen, the monarch of Monrovia, King Desi!
Mr. Block.
You know, it's refreshing that you're here, Dr. Pat,
Yes.
because for once I'm sitting next to a person that agrees with me regarding King Desi.
He's an absolute tyrant. I mean, he has no legitimacy as a ruler. Whether I don't know how you could claim to be the king of a mid-sized LA suburb, but King Desi has the temerity to say that he's the king of Monrovia. He's the ultimate bully.
I am so happy you're here, that you're the voice of reason here at WPW. Because I agree wholeheartedly, Dr. Pat. King Desi can just... He's already skirted away that frying pan that he should have gotten struck with months ago.
But he's still wearing the scars of it. And they're off.
We'll see how he fares against Mr. No Days Off, Fred Rosser.
Mr. No Days Off facing off against the ultimate bully here at Wrestling Pro Wrestling, King Desi.
King Desi finally, hopefully will finally get his proper comeuppance.
I mean, he's definitely met his match. Fred Rosser, Mr. No Days Off, just a fantastic competitor. I mean, there's no words to say.
He's very...
Let's keep it in the ring, collar and elbow tie up. Oh!
Whoa! King Desi aggressive from the outset. Mr. No Days Off. Better not underestimate King Desi. King Desi, one of the more devious competitors here at WPW.
And he has an incredible sense of entitlement. I mean, he goes into the Golden Corral in Monrovia, and he thinks that he can eat all he could eat, you know, has all the options available to him, just because he claims that he's the king.
Yeah, it's all you can eat, not you can eat all. As he gets a headlock, Mr. No Days Off onto King Desi.
Oh, big forearm by Mr. No Days Off.
Just wearing him down, crushing the crowned head of King Desi. Shoulder tackle.
Wow.
Reversed.
Oh!
Nice shoulder blast by Mr. No Days Off.
Great explosion on that shoulder tackle.
Nice earthquake slam. 1, 2.
And a 2 count. Oh!
It looks like King Desi might need a day off after this.
Might need a few.
Massive right hand. Isaac Hayes begging the competitors to get back into the ring.
Mr. No Days Off got connected very strong on those right hands. He connected so strong that he was holding on to it.
Oh, Mr. No Days Off asking. Oh, no! Oh, my God! Leatherface just chainsawed the torso of King Desi. This newly formed team of Mr. No Days Off and of all things Leatherface.
I think this is great justice because there's few things that King Desi enjoys more than bullying small children, and now they get their comeuppance.
It really was a Texas Chainsaw Massacre among the wrestle turkeys. King Desi.
Big knee lift.
Escaping. Forearm shot onto Mr. No Days Off. King Desi.
Using all the referee's count.
Get him out of the corner, Desi.
We talk about King Desi's treacherousness, his deviousness, but he definitely is he's a great wrestler. He can really dole out punishment. Oh!
No, wait a minute.
Oh.
Mr. No Days Off asking if he should make a wish.
Oh!
And wish was granted.
I told you we got all night. Come on.
King Desi finally getting his royal just desserts on the outside.
I mean, he attacked the crown jewels.
Let them eat cake, as they say. Toss him back into the ring.
Has him in the corner.
2. Russell Turkey's counting along.
5, 6, 7. Oh, he escapes. Oh!
7 was the lucky number for King Desi right there.
He was able to escape that flurry of offense by Mr. No Days Off.
He may not need a full day off, but he could use a couple minutes.
Referee Isaac Hayes checking in on Mr. No Days Off. That was quite the tumble.
To the chest. This is what we were talking about earlier, Dr. Pat, of the treacherousness and deviousness of King Desi.
Well, King Desi's still favoring his groin after that attack earlier.
Well, he always has a royal scepter up his royal sleeve, that King Desi. Even when he's not even wearing sleeves. Going for the cover. You're not going to pin Mr. No Days Off with a lackadaisical cover like that. Kick to the gut.
Another kick to the gut. Oh.
That's for right hand. Irish whip reversed.
Oh, and a big back elbow by King Desi.
Got his cover.
And a 2 count.
A little bit more stank on that cover. And look at Desi going straight for the chin lock, keeping Mr. No Days Off down. Just wearing him out.
After all this time, being affiliated with wrestling, pro wrestling, I should know not to underestimate King Desi, but I definitely did underestimate what he was going to bring to the ring against Mr. No Days Off, but he's making quite the showing.
That's one of the brilliant things about King Desi is that often his opponents underestimate
big headbutt by
him.
Mr. No Days Off.
Oh, big collision by both men. Desi gets the better of it. 1, 2. As we were saying, Desi is always underestimated, which is much to his benefit. Desi really wailing on Mr. No Days Off.
Wrestle Turkey's questioning King Desi's divine right. Oh, and a big shot by Mr. No Days Off.
Snapmare by Desi. Goes back to that chin lock.
Give up!
Mr. No Days Off fighting deep to escape from that chin lock. I mean, King Desi really has it cinched in.
Taking Desi seriously now.
He done.
Referee Isaac Hayes checking to see if Mr. No Days Off is still conscious, if he quits, if he's tapping.
Chin lock is simple yet effective.
Hand drops once. Wrestle Turkey's getting behind Mr. No Days Off.
That's right.
And it's up.
There
it's
we
still
go.
up. Mr. No Days Off fighting out of that chin lock.
No, sir. No rest for the wicked and no rest for Mr. No Days Off.
And the educated fist of Mr. No Days Off. Oh.
Rapid fire fist, but big scoop slam by Desi. Puts Mr. No Days Off back down.
In true kingly fashion, it appears that he's going for that fist drop.
From the deadly middle rope. Hey, a spider lip there.
Oh!
Misses the fist drop from the top. And by the top, I mean middle rope. I apologize.
King's never used the top rope. It's the
Desi
Memphis
holding that
decree.
wrist. It's all floppy and apparently broken.
Oh.
Double act.
Big chop by Mr. No Days Off.
Forearm strike, follow-up.
Whip to the ropes. Big clothesline by Mr. No Days Off. Another big clothesline.
Goes for another. Toss up.
Oh!
Northern Light suplex. 1, 2.
Very well executed by Mr. No Days Off.
Almost toppled the King right there.
That was a great bridge on that one. I'm surprised King Desi was able to kick out of that one.
Samoan drop by King Desi. Goes for the cover.
And a 2 count.
Kickoff by Mr. No Days Off. King Desi confused as to why Mr. No Days Off was able to kick out.
I'm surprised it's taken this long before, Desi hasn't considered cheating yet. I haven't seen any sort of rule breaking or any sort of subterfuge by King Desi yet.
Well,
I'm quite surprised.
the match is still going. There's no doubt that he has evil intent in his heart and his mind. He's just waiting for that opportunity. Kick right to the nexus.
It's over. Oh!
Neck breaker on the apron by Mr. No Days Off.
And King Desi just got a rude awakening.
Both men down. Referee Isaac Hayes starting the count.
2, 3.
Both competitors down.
Wrestle Turkey's in the crowd, trying to rouse the competitors. Clap your hands if you believe in No Days Off. And he's the first up to his feet.
Wait.
Taking a breather in the corner.
Wait. Watch his hand. Oh! Mr. No Days Off.
You were saying earlier, Dr. Pat, there was the opportunity. Puts him on.
Oh!
Gourd Buster, 1, 2. He got him.
Such a
Your winner, Mr. No Days Off!
Mr. No Days Off, a very impressive win. I'm happy to see a wrestler of the caliber, the high caliber, Mr. No Days Off, the Block the Hate champion. Not only getting the victory, making his debut here at Wrestling Pro Wrestling, but managing to beat convincingly the biggest bully here in Wrestling Pro Wrestling, King Desi. Great first win by Mr. No Days Off.
I agree, Dr. Pat. What a great debut by Mr. No Days Off, Fred Rosser.
The Block the Hate champion.
I can't wait to see him again in
Absolutely.
the WPW ring.
Let me just start off by saying, whether it's in front of 100 people or 10,000 people, this is still so much fun for me. WPW is where it's at, and damn it, I'll be here until I'm in the grave, baby.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hold on a second.
Oh, no. What is... The lights went out. I'm excited to see Mr. No Days Off every month here at WPW, but this can't... Dr. Pat, I'm scared.
It's all right. It's all right. The fuse box just broke.
It's not a ghost, you think?
No, it's not a good ghost.
It's just...
Oh my God! They killed Mr. No Days Off! It's another murder!
Officer, detective.
Okay, everybody. So, as a result of those murders, I have come to a conclusive conclusion. I have now determined the identity of the murderer. And it is Mr. No Days Off. Get up. Get up.
You can't not take a day off if you're dead.
Well, beans. I'm gonna go rethink this one.
Might be a good
I
idea.
think that might be prudent.
You all just keep enjoying the show, and there's an open bar. You'll get some drinks, pay the money.
Don't forget the taco truck.
Taco truck, get that too.
Merch stand.
Yeah.
Which is a crime scene.
Support the still living restless.
You should go to the
Forget about
crime
this. It's
scene. Merch
I'll figure this
stand.
out.
Well, detective back on the case. Now we're left with the death of a superstar in the middle of the ring.
Dealing
Our
with the
WPW referees.
dealing with the mortal remains of Mr. No Days Off.
Isn't death a day off, though?
It's the ultimate day off. And that's why I'm looking forward to it, baby.
What a macabre statement, Dr. Pat. I sincerely hope everything is fine at home.
Couldn't be better.
Okay, that's good. Why do you want to die?
I'm happy that Detective is completely inept, because he might have taken that as evidence of my culpability in this crime.
Oh, maybe. The wrestle turkeys
Trying to
cheering the
resurrect
corpse.
Mr. No Days Off.
I've never heard a crowd chant for a dead body before, but there's a first here. Only at WPW, right? Oh.
But wasn't The Undertaker technically dead?
He's undead. That's different.
Ah, okay.
But, we can debate about this, but we got a main event, don't we,
We sure do. Who's ready for the main event?
Man, that referee looks like Sammy Hagar.
The winner of this match will be the #1 contender for the Pro Wrestling Wrestle Turkey title next month. And this match is called the Monster Mash Rumble Royale. Let's bring out the monsters!
There we go. Young boy Justin, the first competitor in our Monster Mash Rumble Royale.
Oh, Sexy Chino is out.
Well, a guy dressed like Sexy Chino.
Wait, oh, you could have fooled me with those moves.
Dr. Feelgood and a Frankenstein. Huh?
Yeah, not as Sexy Chino.
Not as Sexy Chino. I'm being told. Not a Sexy Chino.
Not a Sexy Chino.
Some ninja monster.
Kasai, I thought.
Rubber Baby's back. Chucho Sicario. Kid sister. Dressed as a baseball player driving a Tesla. Let's see what else we got here. The Roswell Wrangler is back. The Vampire.
5150.
Sneaky Pete. This is looking like a graveyard smash here, Dr. Pat.
And Garrett Galaxy is always ready to smash indeed.
Wait, hold on.
Wait a minute. It's Emotep.
Emotep. Making its way to the ring. Not Sexy Chino dancing away.
Dr. Feelgood is
the Invisible
in this
Man
battle.
apparently making an appearance.
Emotep,
Make some noise again. Make some
And ring the bell. And the Monster Mash Rumble Royale has started.
I'm actually surprised by the presence of Emotep. I thought that he had a cursive concert to go to.
Well, you can't have a Monster Mash without a mummy, apparently. Kid Sister and Leather Daddy get into a brief skirmish.
And Kasai and young boy Justin have teamed up with a momentary alliance.
Gary Galaxy and young boy Justin colliding in the corner. Leather, wait a minute. Wait, oh no.
Oh no.
No! Not again! Not again!
No.
There can't be another.
I can see that.
Wait. No!
Oh my God!
He's just a boy! He's just a young boy!
He hasn't gone on his excursion yet!
Justin, young boy Justin is dead. And in the ring. You were the last person that had the microphone. I can't help you.
I'm gonna have to commandeer this match right now. I got something to say. I did a little bit more detecting and a little bit less drinking. And I believe I finally got to the bottom of this mystery. Now, who could the killer be? Believe it or not, the killer is standing in this very ring. Could it be the assassin known for murder? No, it's too obvious. Could it be the precocious little kid's sister? No, she's adorable. Could it be the convict still dressed in his prison outfit? No, it's not his M.O. Could it be this reanimated Dracula who just died a while ago?
I thought he was a vampire.
No, he's been too busy being dead. The real culprit, excuse me, the real culprit is not a mummy at all. It's Emotep.
Oh, Emotep is the murderer.
I know you did it, Emotep. The only thing I don't know is why. What do you have to say to yourself?
Why, Emotep? Why?
Why?
For thousands of years I have lived in pain and angst. But the external wounds I carry do not compare to the internal darkness I feel where my heart once was. For you see, when I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see the peasants work. My father was the pharaoh, and being the son of a pharaoh carried certain responsibilities and pressures. He wasn't even there when I had my first plague. But in spite of this tumultuous family life, I fell in love, an unconventional love with a coven of witches. And while my father disapproved, I knew it was true. Society would snub us. And sure enough, one day my father came for me. And I knew if the worst were to come, I asked my loved witches, please, if I die, wake me up inside. Save me. And sure enough, I was saved. However, it was not to be. Those that I fell in love with were not witches, but shapeshifters. They literally tore my heart out through my nose. I wandered the earth for centuries.
And you're winner of the
watching
Battle Royal.
The brightest
is,
get forgotten
Emotep.
and the dumbest get written into the history books.
I gotta go get some tacos, dude.
Go for it.
I tried my hand at Hollywood in the 1930s when they were making monster films. But alas, they passed me up for Boris Karloff. The years went by and I saw war. I saw pestilence. I saw doom and gloom. The Great Depression never ended for me.
You won, okay? Come on, you can.
And then the 2000s came. The great era of emo.
Folks, you want
with all the angsty anime and screamo bands to sink our teeth into.
It's thank you all for
So I cut my wrists and blackened my eyes and joined the Black Parade.
3, seasoning of the beef.
But then I saw once again monsters being mocked.
Emotep, are you done? You done, pal?
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, you won. Congratulations. Folks, that was our main event. Did you have a good time? All right, everybody. I hope you all join us next month. Next month, it's Turkey Mania 3! November 30th. Gobble, gobble, motherfucker! Follow us on Twitter at WrestlingPW. Watch us on Twitch and on YouTube. ProWrestlingTees.com/WPW. Emotep's still in the ring, apparently. But follow Dr. Pat at
social media accounts, various ones, and follow us, Wrestling PW on Twitter. And thank you everybody for coming out to the Moose Lodge here in Burbank. And
where can they follow you, Dr. Pat?
Well, follow us on the Goods from the Woods podcast that I do with Rivers Langley.
Right on. And you can follow me on Twitter at Eric W. Barnes. For the love of God, just turn it off. Turn all the stations off. Stop it. Stop it.